Hi, I'm Maggie from Maggie's Crochet, Needlework and Crafts, and in this video I'm going to show you how to do the loop stitch, but this is the double loop stitch. And in a previous video I showed you how to do the single loop stitch. It's where you create one loop on the right side of your piece, and this one you'll be creating two loops on the right side of the piece instead of one. So there's another little trick that you have to learn to do the two loops. And if you search loops or loop stitch on maggiescrochet.com, you'll find a lot of our projects that use the loop stitch. There's a really nice pattern called the loop stitch rugs, and this one is pattern number PA983, and that's called the Holiday Booty Buddies, and this is like this little Santa buddy. So if you notice here, the bottom edge is a single loop stitch because there's one loop coming out of each stitch, and up here it's a lot fuller, so that's where there was a double loop stitch going on here. So I had to practice the loop stitch myself, and I've just decided that I am going to change our diagrams on that show how to do the loop stitch, and because I figured out an easier way to do that. So I'm going to show you in this video. I struggled with doing it the way our diagrams show, but I'm going to reverse the arrow, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. So right here, just for my sample, I chained 8, so I'm working across 7 single crochet stitches. This is the right side, and when I chain 1 and turn, I'll be on the wrong side, and all the loops will be on the right side, so you won't see any loops on the wrong side, and all of the loop stitches are worked when you're on the wrong side of the piece. And then you have to single crochet back on the right side to get back over to the wrong side. And these are just plain single crochets here, and then it's loop stitch on the wrong side. So let's get started. So the trick to this is you go in as if you're going to do a regular single crochet, and you take the yarn on this finger and you wind it. Let me get the little Santa out of the way. You wind this 1 and 2 times so that you have 3 strands of yarn on your hook, and you've got your hook inside the single crochet that you want to work in, and you go like this, and then you go and you pick up the other 2 loops. I'm using this finger here to feed them on there, and then you give them a little bit of space. You can, like, if you gave them a ton of space, you'd have really big loops, but this should be about right here. And then you pull all 3 of those loops through that single crochet stitch, and then you pull your finger out, and you're dropping the loops to the wrong side. Then you yarn over with 1 strand, and you pull that through the 4 strands, just like that. And then you'll see that you have 2 loops on the right side of your piece. So then again, you go into the next one, you wind this around twice. See, in our picture we have you going from the bottom up, but it's a lot easier to go from the top. So I'm going to bring this yarn over the hook that way, and then continue to pick up the other 2 strands just like this. I'm going to stretch it out just a little bit, like that much. I'm going to draw this through. I'm going to drop my loops. I'm going to yarn over with 1 strand, and I'm going to draw through 4. So now I have 2 more loops back there, and then you can pull your loops out. Okay. Now I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to wind this towards me 2 times, like that. I'm going to make my hook, this strand, go over the front of the hook, and then pick up the other 2 loops like this and like this. So I've got 3 loops on my hook, and I went from the top down. And then I'm going to stretch this out a little bit, and then I'm going to draw this through. And the 2 loops that are created are this one and this one. And then I'm going to drop those 2 loops, I'm going to yarn over with the one strand to finish the stitch like that, and now I have 2 more. This is a heck of a lot easier than what I was trying to do last night, and I had to just scratch several videos because it just wasn't working out right. So you go in the next one, you wind your finger towards you 2 times like this. Then this strand goes in front of the hook this way. Then you want to pick these up. I just use my nail to get them over there. Then you pull this out a little bit and you bring all 3 strands through that single crochet stitch you're working in. Then you drop the 2 loops on the wrong side. You yarn over with that one strand there and you draw that through the 4 loops on your hook. And then you see now we have 2 more. So far I have 8. So then you go here and then you wind towards yourself twice like this. And then this goes in front of your hook, and then you pick up the other 2 loops. You stretch this out. Okay, I almost have another, yeah, I do have another finger's width right here. And then I bring those loops through. I drop those 2 loops, and then I yarn over and draw through 4. The hook that I'm using is called a Dreams hook. This is size J, and I'm using a worsted weight yarn. And these are amazing hooks. And the thing I like about them is that deep cut inside the head. And so it keeps all those loops on your hook. And it's just a wonderful hook to use. I just love it. Okay, so you go in the next one. You wind this towards yourself twice. The hook goes behind that strand there, and then it goes to pick up the other ones. Okay, then you stretch it out to the width that you want. I kind of like went in a little split there. Okay, let me go back and pick these up. I'm going to stretch this out till I have about another finger's width in there. I'll bring that through, drop those 2 loops, and yarn over and pull that through. So look at all those nice even loops. Okay, the last one, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go towards myself 2 times. I'm going to put this in the front of my hook here, pick up the other 2. I'm going to stretch it out a little bit until I have about a finger's width in there, and then I'm going to bring that through, and then I'm going to drop those loops, yarn over, and draw through 4. So I did a row of loop stitch. Then you chain 1 turn. Look at how cute they are. I actually like the loop stitch now that I figured out to do it that way. It's easier. So now you just want to single crochet. You have to have this row of single crochet so that you can get back to the, because the loops are worked on the wrong side. Because if you work loops right now, they'd be on the wrong side. So you just single crochet, or you could do, if you did taller stitches, the loops would just be farther apart from each other. But typically they're done with single crochet rows like this, so that the loops are all together like this. So this is awesome. So you just chain 1 turn and you start the loop stitch again. So that's how you do a double loop stitch and crochet. Okay, so I want to thank you very much for watching, and I really want you to join my YouTube channel here, which is Maggie Weldon, and Facebook is Maggie's Crochet, and our website is maggiescrochet.com. And I hope you enjoy crochet, and I hope this helps with your little stash of techniques for different projects. So thanks for watching.